If you're a sports fan, make sure you go check out SportsCastr for all of your sports news. Whether you are a Patriots fan or not, this is the perfect way to meet all of your sports needs and is a platform I personally use myself in case any of you guys want to catch me live talking about training camp recaps, etc. I'll leave a link in the description below. What is up, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global back here with another video, and we finally got some good news about the Patriots wide receiver group when they decided to re-sign Demaryius Thomas. But then sadly, news broke that they are putting rookie wide receiver, first round pick wide receiver N'Keal Harry on the injured reserve. Now, for those of you who don't really know what the IR is, basically in a nutshell, what it is that the Patriots can place as many players as they want on the IR for the whole season. And if a player is placed on the IR, it opens a roster spot for the Patriots. Now, if a player is placed on the IR before the Patriots make 53-man roster cuts, or before making the 53-man roster, then that player is out for the entire season. They can't come back. But if the player originally makes the 53-man roster and then is placed on IR, they are able to come back later in the season. So N'Keal Harry will be able to return after week 8. So ultimately what that means is that if he comes back really right when he's able to, he's still going to miss about half the season. The other thing about the IR is that the Patriots can only bring back 2 players that are placed on the injured reserve for the entire season. You already have Cameron Meredith, and then of course you're also going to have other guys that I'm sure are going to get injured throughout the season. So N'Keal Harry's already going to take up one spot. What are the Patriots going to do with that other spot on the injured reserve? Now, the reason he's being placed on the injured reserve is that he is still battling these injuries that he sustained versus joint practice with the Lions. As we all know, he suffered an injury, what is believed to be an ankle injury, and I believe the second joint practice with the Lions. He sat out the following joint practice, and then our first preseason game versus the Lions, a lot of people thought he was going to be inactive, and then he actually ended up playing. Now, he didn't play much. He only played a few snaps, but in that big contested catch that he had, it looked like somebody rolled over him, and keep in mind, he was still dealing with his injury, in which he tried to go to the huddle, but he was limping, and the New England Patriots obviously decided to pull him out. He was expected to be ready by week 1, but things have really taken a turn, and he is not progressing the way that a lot of people predicted that he was going to. And this definitely is not what the Patriots want, okay? He's a first-round pick. The Patriots seem to always deal with injuries when it comes to their first-round picks. I mean, you look at it, Isaiah Wynn, Sony Michel. I don't know what it is with Bill Belichick and being cursed when it comes to draft picks, but Tom Brady will not have the 6'4" receiver again for at least 8 games of this regular season. Now, how does this affect the Patriots? Well, one, you obviously do not have a big 6'4" target out there for Tom Brady, and you also do not have the aggressive run blocker that N'Keal Harry is. Now, I'm not trying to put, guys like Demaryius Thomas down because they're still good run blockers, but N'Keal Harry is just a very good run blocker. Probably the biggest thing this means is that the Patriots are going to lose a little bit of depth at the wide receiver position. Of course, they still have guys like Julian Edelman, Gunnar Olszewski, who we'll see if he actually does play at the wide receiver position, Philip Dorsett, Josh Gordon, and Demaryius Thomas. Now, the big thing about N'Keal Harry was the fact that he can go up there, he can, get those contested catches, and he's super tall, again, at 6'4". He's probably the tallest receiver that the Patriots have. And really one of the big reasons that they did draft him was because we did not know what was going to happen with Josh Gordon. But the Patriots do have Josh Gordon back. They have Demaryius Thomas, who proved he can go up there and make contested catches. So ultimately, the need for N'Keal Harry has definitely gone down from how it was, let's say the beginning of the draft or the beginning of the offseason. So the Patriots definitely will not be swimming in the need and the loss of N'Keal Harry. Of course, it does suck for us fans. It's not really promising when your first round pick does go down. But ultimately, we will see him play still this season. It is just going to be much later. And what I will say is that he has been dealing with these injuries for a while. He's going to come back, and it's going to be a while since he has played football. So do not put super high expectations on N'Keal Harry. I think a lot of people have done that, and it's kind of been in a wrong way. I have high expectations for N'Keal Harry when it comes to his career and his tenure with the Patriots. But for his first year, my expectations are definitely not as high as people saying he's going to have like 1,500 yards. But that is it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on N'Keal Harry being placed on the injured reserve? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody who knows England Patriots global family. And other than that, I will catch you guys in another video.
In Astro World.